All right, so we are starting off day 3 at the Outer Banks. First day we went up north to Kitty Hawk to the Wright Brothers Museum. Day 2 we went all the way south to...
All the way south.
All the way south. A much longer day than we expected. Because of that, we didn't get to do the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse like we had hoped. So we are starting off there today. We're kind of hit things kind of in the middle. A lot of the things to see after the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. We're going to do, what's the
Chicamacomico.
That thing. Life-Saving Station Museum. Then we're going to go up to the Bodie Lighthouse. We're not sure if we're going to be able to go up in it. They should be opening it soon, but we're not sure when.
We have seen stuff that said they're open Memorial Day to Labor Day. We have seen April to October. We've heard late April to September. We're going to go.
We're going to go and just see. Not sure exactly what we're in for.
Chicamacomico Life-Saving Station.
And then after Bodie Lighthouse, then we'll head probably back up to Manio. There was a place we wanted to go to Manio the other day that had already closed, and it closed at 4. So we're hoping to hit that. And
then Fort Raleigh.
Fort Raleigh, yes, that at Manio. So a lot planned.
We'll see how much
we'll see how much we get done of it.
Other thing I wanted to say is that this was very helpful too. Like we showed the little oak croak thing. This is pretty cool for all. The Outer Banks travel guide, which we picked up at the Chamber of Commerce, and I'm sure is at like visitor centers and other stuff. But it has like the attractions and the like historical attractions, the lighthouses, the life-saving stations, Kitty Hawk, like the big ticket things, and then like a little bit about each one of them. But it shows where they are on the map, and so if you're in an area, you can be like, well, what's right here? What's right. 24? What's like we're at 25? What's 24 or 23? And so that helped me kind of figure out, because I will say, because you have to come north and then go south. Like I've been very discombobulated this week on like where I was until the sun starts to set, and you're like, okay, I get it. That's the sound, not the ocean. So that was helpful to me.
Yep. So we'll see how the day goes. We're excited to kind of hit the last of the things as we start the process heading home tomorrow. So hope you enjoy. We got a lot in today.
Yeah.
We covered some ground, saw a lot of things, 2 different national parks.
Yep.
And some kind of fun things in between.
There is so much rich history of these islands, and so much like nature centers and nature preserves, and like you couldn't even near about cover it all.
No, and some of what we wound up doing today, we kind of had to rush a little bit, and I wish we were here longer so we kind of dig a little bit more into, especially Pea Island. But we'll kind of get to that as we go through what we did throughout the day. As we planned, we started off at the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. It is under refurbishment right now.
Yes.
So they just put the scaffolding on a couple months ago. It's going to be up for about 18 months.
They said summer of 26.
Yeah, it's going to be a while. So we didn't get to go up into it, but the store is open.
The museum is open.
And the museum is open. So that was pretty neat. As a matter of fact, they have an interactive
like screen display that you can actually like walk up the stairs and look out.
Exactly. It's just like what it's like if you were able to go up
257 stairs.
Yeah, it's the largest.
That's cool.
The lighthouse.
We see it.
Yeah, it's the largest brick lighthouse in North America. One person said it's the largest lighthouse in North America. Another said largest brick.
Brick.
Not sure. There might be a steel one that's, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. You can still see it through the scaffolding, but it just doesn't quite have
Well,
the same
and you
effect.
can walk pretty close to it, because a lot of times when something is like under construction like that, like the whole thing is shut down. But they've done a really nice job of like, okay, it's under construction and it's right there, and they've like marked off this walkway to the old keeper's quarters, and that is a really nice exhibit and museum upstairs and downstairs. It's got some interactive stuff for the kids. There was a movie.
There's a movie about when they had to move it, I don't know, what, 20 years ago or so?
1990.
Yeah, when they went through the whole process of how they did that. So that was kind of neat.
Amazing, because not only did they went through the process, the guy that built it, and what, you know, his thought process, and then like how they had to kind of figure out how to get it up out of there and move it, and that cost $11 million in 1990, so 99, so 25 years ago.
Right, and now this is going to cost about $20 million to do this refurbishment, and they're doing a lot. They're
Walkways and trails and painting and renovating staircase.
bring back another lens.
The
like
Fresno-
the old
yeah.
one. So it's pretty neat. And they kind of go through that too. There's some displays in the store and along the walkway to show what that process is going to be like. So that's kind of neat. Then we left and headed up back to Rodanthe, where we're staying actually. Just down the road is the, I'm going to let y'all say it, because I
Say it, Cotty. Chicamacomico
Chicamacomico Life-Saving
Comico
Life-Saving Center
Station.
It was before we had the Coast Guard. People would work in these stations, and they actually have a 1911 and a 1894 building that are still there. They actually have redone them, so you can take a tour. That one you do have to pay for because it is a non-profit, and they have to raise money to survive.
Yeah, they're self-supported.
So it's kind of
So
neat.
their gift shop, their admission fee. But on Thursdays between April 11th, so next week, from when we're here, through Labor Day, they have a legit reenactment of the life-saving, how they would have like rescued shipwreck out in the beach. Like they fire the cannon with the rope to connect. They rescued like in the video. They rescued like an audience member that it looked like it might have been from like the 90s or
Probably.
you know. So we don't know when the video was shot exactly, but I mean, it was a cool. Like even watching it on the video was pretty cool in the reenactment. So to see these real guys who come out every Thursday afternoon and reenact rescuing people from a shipwreck.
That would be pretty neat.
It was, yeah.
One of the kind of unique things is we were talking with the manager lady as we were getting ready to leave. I saw a book about Andy Griffith and mentioned, what's it? It's the story of Andy Griffith. She said, Andy Griffith is one of the reasons why this is here. Andy Griffith spent his latter years in Manteo, and with some of his friends got into trying to preserve some of the history of these islands.
And that was one of the things.
So him and two guys came up with this nonprofit that created this.
They bought the land from
and redid the
life-saving station.
So that was pretty cool. So after that, we got a bite to eat. I can't remember the name of the place.
Miro's Cafe.
Miro's Cafe, which is practically across the street from the campground we were at. Would have been an easy walk, but we were in the car. I had the Mahi BLT.
I had a shrimp po' boy because I don't ever turn out a shrimp po' boy on a menu.
Yeah, they were fabulous. Claire even got the fishing, basically fishing chips, but fish plate, kids fish plate, and it was good. And
it was so good. Even brother had some.
Sam liked it, so that was very tasty. Then we headed up. Our end goal was to end up in Manteo at the Raleigh fort, but first we stopped off at the
Pea Island National Wildlife Refuge.
There you go. Just we're driving by. We're like, hey, let's stop and see what this is. We didn't spend a lot of time inside. They have a little store and some
displays
of some birds that are often seen there. And there was actually a little interactive thing that explained that in the 1930s, this was built as a place for migratory birds to be able to stop and rest. So there's several ponds, and there's actually trails and walkways and boardwalks that go around those ponds.
And
They say there are all kinds of birds spotted there. They actually had little...
hundreds of species of migrating birds been spotted within the 13-mile span of the Pea Island National Wildlife Refuge.
It was really neat. You could probably spend half a day there.
Yeah,
and
it's
still not see it
6,000
all.
acres. You might could spend most of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just a beautiful like walkway and stuff. And then the kids did like a scavenger hunt inside, and so there were telescopes, and they got a sticker, "Get Wild" at the Pea Island National Wildlife Refuge. There was, all these bird habitats. They talked about the sea turtle, all the way to sea turtles to herons to falcons.
We also learned that as you get up on the north end of Pea Island, there is a structure, and actually as we're driving right now, we're passing that structure.
And it looks like a big giant beach house set out in the middle of the dunes
Right.
where you can't get to it.
You're like, what is that? So we asked about it. That was actually another
The
life-saving
Pea Island
center
Life-Saving Station.
for this inlet, which is I'm going to forget the name of the inlet, but I think it's the Oyster Inlet, I believe. It is no longer operational, but it has been, the exterior has been restored. You can't get to the inside of it. So that's what we learned about that. So then the next stop was the Bodie Lighthouse, which is the kind of the last of the Hatteras seashore lighthouses. You can get up and walk up to that one, and during the summer, you could actually go up into that one.
Yes. Actually, April 19th
Yes, we found out today, April 19th.
through October-ish, September-ish.
Yes.
It kind of depends on their volunteer staff and their budgetary.
Right. So we missed being able to go up in that one. There's not really a museum there. There's not a lot to explore in that regards. There is a little store.
There's a cool
there's a-
boardwalk.
Yes. There's a boardwalk out to the marsh with an elevated
Platform, like viewing platform, and other birders. I mean, and even at Pea Island there, we saw kind of birder people who were
Right.
following.
Yeah. There was really neat little walk there. There's also, I think I saw a trail. We didn't have time. We were running out of time.
There was a sign for a.
There was another trail that you could take there.
I think our main point of any of our excursions, we could just say over and over is allow more time
Yes.
for any of them. I mean,
Yeah.
we got something out of stopping at Bodie. We got our Bodie. It's spelled Bodie. So I continue to mess it up. We got some cool pictures, and we got to learn about the lighthouse. But like you could, if you wanted to stretch those things out, you could have taken more of a walk. You could have spent more time. Same with Pea Island. You could walk around,
So the last place that we went was the Sir Raleigh
historic site.
Historic Site.
Fort Raleigh National Historic Site.
So this is on the island of Roanoke. This is where the Lost Colony was.
It's like legit lost colonies.
If you ever heard of the story of the Lost Colony, it was the very first colony established in the United States.
The very first American citizen born, Virginia Dare.
It didn't go well, and they just vanished. So
They ran out of, it wasn't working as well as they thought, and they sent John White, who was kind of their governor, back to England to get some supplies and come back. And I think in like the initial, he was going to be gone like 8 months or something. And then the Spanish Armada, they were battling that, and so England was putting all its money into warships and wouldn't fund him to go back, and he was trying to raise backers, and so it took him like 3 years to go back. So when he got back, they were just gone. And they've done archaeological digs, and they found pottery and arrowheads and all kinds of other random things, and but no people.
No sign of the people. And there's the museum that shows kind of the history of the.
It's really nice exhibits there.
Algonquin people, the Indian, or not how.
Yeah, what's that?
Yes, the Indians.
And the era,
Yeah.
the same end, but era at the beginning.
We went in and watched a video. It's about a 17-minute video that kind of talks about how Sir Walter Raleigh sent people over. This was actually the third expedition when they decided to stay, and so it was his fourth trip when he came back and they were gone. So really interesting. And then you can actually walk. I don't really understand the room. There was one room that was a paneled room from the era of which
it would have been like Sir Walter Raleigh's home. It was supposed to replicate, because a lot of the conversations were Sir Walter Raleigh's discussions, and how they sat around the table and they talked about these explorers and convinced people to go and give up their lives in England and go to America. And so the room was built to replicate one of his rooms, and it was from an English castle in the Elizabethan era, but it was brought over by William Randolph Hearst to be in his home in California, and somewhere along the way the Park Services bought the paneling and then replicated it in that.
Didn't really get the exact.
Yeah,
except this is what a room would have looked like.
Yeah, but it was very interesting but it was a gorgeous space.
Really pretty room. So, and the kids did the Junior Ranger there. So the kids did the Junior Ranger at Hatteras, and then they did the Junior Ranger.
And the Cape Hatteras seashore encompasses Ocracoke, Bodie, and
Bodie. Yes, you're right. Yeah,
I did it right.
I messed it up.
Did it right finally, and then you corrected me the wrong way. Ocracoke, Bodie, and Cape Hatteras Lighthouse. So you could do that Junior Ranger. It's the same program.
So then after we got done, they did they got their sorting, got their badges. We walked outside, and they have rebuilt the earthworks fort that would have been built the first time that they came, before they set up the encampment. And then just past that was
an amphitheater for this Lost Colony play.
And holy cow, it was so much more than what we expected. There's this huge amphitheater looking out over the sound with this elaborate stage.
And big, tall, like it almost looks like ship masts, but I mean, I'm assuming that's where like the lighting is coming from. But okay, so Andy Griffin played in that play when he was young.
And that's what I was going to kind of bring back this. How come Andy Griffith wound up here? Was he studied theater at the University of North Carolina, and his first job was actually as an intern at this Lost Colony Theater. He did so well that he wound up eventually becoming Sir Walter Raleigh in the performance, and that's what launched his career.
And apparently he would come back every summer and to see the play again. And that is the longest running outdoor play in America. It's been running consistently since 1937. It's amazing. I mean, it's gorgeous. Clara was amazed. Like Roosevelt, there's a picture of Roosevelt coming to the play. Andy Griffith, there's a picture of like the history little, sign. Roosevelt coming to the play, and Andy Griffin playing Sir Walter Raleigh. He actually met and married his third wife at the play because she was playing one of the actresses.
And she still lives there in their old house.
In their house in Manteo.
Yeah, in Manteo. So really neat kind of history, neat day. We're heading back down to the campground right now. We're going to take a quick walk to the beach before the sun sets and fix some dinner. And we got to pack up and head home tomorrow. What's that?
The one thing the kids want you to know a bunch about, and what they have probably enjoyed more than anything, even though we have drugged them around to all the sites, is that there is a blob bounce thing at a jumping pillow. I'm sorry, the accurate term is a jumping pillow at the Hatteras KOA. It's where all the kids congregate and play. And
what I'm planning on doing is doing a whole nother video just about the KOA, kind of the camping experience here.
Yeah, this is going to be a series.
Yeah, this is going to be part of a series. And then we'll do another video that's just kind of summarize our overall thoughts of the Outer Banks and the trip. But tomorrow we pack up. We're going to start the process heading home. We're hoping to stop in Kinston tomorrow at the Newsway Nature Center. I hope that's going to be able to work out because they don't take reservations. We'll see. There's a lot of this has been kind of going by the seat of our pants and seeing how things go. And so far, I think it's worked out pretty doggone well.
Yeah. And we really have been blessed with beautiful weather. Like, it was...
That one day...
Wednesday was kind of like, maybe it's going to rain, and it rained a little, but it wasn't bad. It was super windy. We were at Kitty Hawk, and it was pretty windy yesterday, but at least the sun was shining. I mean, we were in short sleeves and pants and jeans or whatever for the day. Today, we've kind of come and gone in our t-shirts and sweatshirts, and depending on where you were, where you got out at. So, and I mean, when we were at Cape Hatteras, the lighthouse there, I mean, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. It was, I mean, we really have been pretty blessed with good weather.
So, thanks for watching. Check out the next video. Like I said, I hope that will be the one on the KOA. And we'll have some more in this series, kind of show our trip to the Outer Banks. Thanks.